Good evening. My name is Charmaine Crooks, five-time Olympian. You know, I'm feeling quite immersed in the heart of our great country here in Ottawa, and I have been completely honored to having represented Canada for 20 years as a member of the Canadian track and field team and as an Olympian and traveling the world representing Canada in many leadership functions in sport. My sport journey is one that is perhaps common in some respects to other high-performance athletes, or maybe to some kids in your own lives. Kid gets inspired by sport, asks parents to take them to practice, gets chosen maybe to join a team, wins a few races, and next thing you know, the kid is standing on a podium or getting medals or maybe even listening to their national anthem. And the adult in me now looks back and is grateful and is deeply honored and forever thankful to the supporters and community who have all played a small part, many in this room. And to now have this podium to share with you some insights from my world of sport and how these connections have provided and continue to provide a powerful tool to bring Canadians together. Well, the fast track is not exactly like this for everyone, which is why part of my life's work is finding new ways to help connect more Canadians to sport and to experience not just the joy of competition, but finding ways to connect us through a sense of community and national pride, unlike what any other sector does. So whether the vehicle is sport or entertainment or entrepreneurship or arts or culture or what have you, someone has been behind you. Someone has been behind your team. So how does sport specifically link us all? Well, through the simple pride that we often feel, or maybe reminders of how you felt when you saw the achievements or heard the names of the Olympians or Paralympians or heroes that might be in your own community, or maybe it was the name of your favorite hockey team. We know these names: Terry, Rick, Tessa, Scott, Sydney, Haley, and of course, maybe your local hockey team. And you know, the process of these achievements is the daily held belief that every single one of us feels through consistent hard work, tenacity, and training, and goals that can be accomplished beyond just having great genes. And we've heard the voices of sport through the many Canadians who have had leadership roles around the world. And having been privileged to have been one of them, starting from high school, through university as an advocate for women's sport, through the International Olympic Committee, and through now working with FIFA. All of these have given me an opportunity to see and to be part of connecting the universe to those universal true values of sport. So whether we have Canadians as advocates for safe sport, inclusive sport, tackling the tough issues of doping in sport, or advocating for greater equality for women in leadership roles, the voice of Canada has never been louder in these areas and has never been so important. And while there's still lots to do globally, we cannot take attention away from the desire to present more opportunities to our youth, especially our young girls from all diverse backgrounds, to get them on the fields and not simply observers from the fence line looking in, to connect them in a way that they can achieve their own goals and their own aspirations. Now, one link, one connection, aside from the inspiration and support that many current athletes enjoy and certainly value, and some of the many initiatives that are happening right here in Canada, is asking why. Why value something that so many of us can't always relate to, or that we might not see as important in a world of so many other competing interests and lack of resources for many to have access to? Well, this is sport, and that's what we're all about. That's what we do. We compete, and when we compete and we're committed to creating a path, we will find a way to create those opportunities for unity and equality for others to have access to sport. Now, part of the how is reacting to emerging trends and we're seeing them every day in the area of technology. We're looking to open up new and diverse sports and activities and hosting opportunities as well, and looking at how technology and how science can be a better enabler for the performance of the next generation, a welcome addition to existing ecosystem to deliver, monitor, and track our athletes' performance. And looking at that whole athlete, the mental health during and after transition. And having been a retired athlete, I can tell you, it's not always easy when the cheering stops. These connections on how we serve that journey are serving as catalysts for the greater impact we are seeing in sport. From the connected fan, to the connected venues, to the smart contracts, to the coaching, and the influencers in the landscape in non-traditional sports, and even our own health and wellness roadmaps that we wear on our arm. The connection between the virtual and the real has never been more linked. So while the advances have given us advantages in access, there are threats. No more fax machine workouts for me. Now we see threats to our personal information, our performance information, and we see the ongoing consequences of those who wish to take shortcuts to the podium. And our podium is now more than a podium. It's an important and vital platform to advocate, to be seen, to call action to, and most of all, to connect to society on issues at a deeper and more personal level. But my hope is that the true connections can start in every child's life who wishes to be active or desires to learn more of the universal lessons of which sport has done for me and countless others. I hope that never goes away. I hope that those connections to the values of fair play, respect, friendships are the reasons why athletes like me, 120,000 known living Olympians, continue to take this journey and many more. So the reasons why today and every day we reach into diverse corners and areas of our vast country to create new and enhance old connections for the betterment of all communities and for the opportunity to build on the Canada we desire is the reason why I